Mike G here, about to read another poem from one of my talented poetry friends, uh, Dan Raphael, who's showing light a good time chapbook I own proudly. Love the man. He gave me my first featured reading in Portland, September 10, 2011, the evening before history stopped. And I love him. It's very risky to read poems from friends. I was just disinvited to Thanksgiving because of a recent poem from a friend that I read and posted. But I'm going to continue to do so because it's blessing enough to have guts, and it's a poet's charge to have guts, and we absolutely must if we are, to be worth a damn as poets. So I'm going to read from Dan Raphael, Endangered Christmas Sex, or What Can You Give the Man Who Has an Entire Planet? Sex with a leopard with the thermostat turned up to 84, watching the Christmas tree turn yellow and think of spontaneous combustion as I roll my naked back over crushed tree ornaments. Baby Jesus seems to smile from his cradle while the leopard begins to hump the rapidly expanding cow made of tinsel and papier-mâché, who bursts with orgasm upon orgasm, flooding the floor with molten chocolate, fleas, plastic whistles, hypodermic and pine needles, and questions about bats and how they swim in your blood until the moon is lined up with my anus, and I have no choice but to rub overripe fruit all over my body and practice hanging upside down in the shower as my drain backs up because the pipes are frozen, the heat going through my uninsulated roof, snow falling like subway passengers in a crossfire, or how tension multiplies the dandruff only electroshock seems to subdue. Santa Claus outside reading the meters, pictures of dead relatives on milk cartons, the faces of ex-wives carved into turkey breasts. The leopard spots sprout fungal aroma and grow so dark I see my fingers disappearing there. I want to straighten her jaw to make a piano that I can wear like a skirt, covering my breasts with severed paws, replacing my eyes with hers, the seeds in her scat vining around the walls, orchids growing where she hissed. Something about hamburgers, something about how wonderful street-seasoned orphan children can be unwrapped beneath the noble fur ripe with spider monkeys and macaws drooling snow and golden threads. My floor is bulging with yams the size of baby elephants. My chandelier is a moss-covered sloth. The star of bedlam that fills my window with blinding milk may be a helicopter searchlight or a flock of former parrots with TV screens in their stomachs turning the news to indigestion. Because if we know what endangered species eat, we can substitute radio beacons for diapers, dig where they die, as the moon washes its hands of the brown combustion, spewing from the river's back pockets, sheens and smooths the ground, as if the native tribes ritualize war and gender separation. 'Cause the mud speaks through the cracks between their toes, the sacred whorls of ringworm align them with the Earth's orbit within the spherical sun. I would remove my skin to dry, but only my tendons prevent my bones from reforming, as a marimba, stomach, gallbladder, kidneys, etc., ripe as cocoa beans, fat as maggots swimming in the carpeted sea of my rapidly sinking playpen. Cascading toilet flames illuminate my cat site, wary of the piranhas in the wallpaper, dreaming of spring and vegetable gardens, where they can hide in the watermelons till someone cuts themselves with a hoe, and the furrows of my living room are frenzied, unable to tell where to chew or where to mate, whom to flay or open my legs to, the river of muddy silk pulled taut between my cheeks, around the topography of my randomly postulate body set to release the gifts of living so well on so much real estate. The clear-cut spelling, Merry Christmas to the satellites trying to phone home, getting only 900 numbers, charging 5 chromosomes a minute to tell what all you bad girls and boys what you can look forward to.